Hi, I'm Bailey Aulenbach, owner of Midnight Mama Sleep Consulting, and welcome to this week's version of Sleep Questions in My DMs. Every week I get lots of questions, sleep related, in my DMs, and each week I cover a few of them and give you the answers right here on YouTube. So I have 4 questions I'm going to be answering today, and I will start right here. Our on-the-go naps are always short. How can I make them longer? Well, on-the-go naps are tricky because you're relying on motion to put your baby to sleep. So my number one recommendation is if your child is asleep in the car seat or in the stroller, keep going. So keep walking with them if they're in the stroller, or keep driving if they're in the car seat. If you even remember yourself, if you've ever driven in a car and fallen asleep in the back seat, whenever the driver comes to a stop, it's almost immediate that you wake up because your body just feels different. So babies are the same. We can't expect them to sleep well as soon as the car stops. So if you're doing an on-the-go nap, by making it longer, you should keep going with the walk or keep going with the drive. And also, if you can, try to make their environment darker. So put a little blanket over their car seat or over the stroller. And if you have a portable sound machine, this can also be a helpful time to use it. My daughter is 10 months old and she's showing signs of switching to one nap, but she's sleeping 14 hours overnight. Should I let her? This is a tricky one because lots of times parents want to have their child switch to one nap because it's easier. It's easier to plan the day. You're only planning one nap, and it can seem kind of glorious having a child that sleeps 14 hours overnight. But this is too much overnight sleep, and I don't really recommend overnight sleep longer than 12 hours. So what I would do is I would actually recommend trying a 2-nap schedule again, but actually waking your child after 12 hours. So if you put them to bed at 7 p.m., I want you to wake them up at 7 a.m. It might seem weird why I'm having you wake them up at 7 instead of letting them sleep until 9 that they've been doing. But what it's showing is that they actually can't tolerate that much awake time during the day. So when your child's on a 1-nap schedule, a newly 1-nap schedule, they should definitely be able to tolerate 4.5 hours of awake time on either end of their nap. And it's seeming like the child is not able to tolerate that because they're sleeping so much longer overnight. So my recommendation would be cut back, go to 2 naps again, and make sure you're waking them up after the 12 hours of nighttime so you can have enough awake time during the day to do those 2 naps. What is your favorite thing about the Slumber Pod? So this is a great question because I freaking love the Slumber Pod. I have a discount code for them. I bought one before I even really knew what they were. And now I actually have 5 and I rent them out. So my favorite thing about the Slumber Pod is that it is a complete blackout tent that goes over the playpen. It is literally a floorless pod that goes completely over a mini crib or a pack and play or a bassinet, and it doesn't let any light in. There's a pouch for the monitor. You can slide your sound machine underneath. It really is so amazing. It's portable. You can bring it in a carry-on if you want. It also has a strap, so it's easy to carry. I think it's absolutely worth the investment. I know it's quite pricey, but I can't think of a better blackout solution for traveling with your child or even for room sharing. I can't imagine traveling without mine, honestly. We've brought ours to the States. We've brought ours to Hawaii. We'll be bringing ours to Mexico. It has come everywhere with us, and I think it's a way cheaper investment than getting a 2-bedroom suite in your hotel or having to go into an Airbnb. So your child has a black environment where you don't have to make bedtime right at 7 for you as well, because you can still have the light on. So if you are interested in a Slumber Pod, my discount code is Midnight Mama. I highly recommend them. I'll link them below in the description. But I straight up love them, and I'm not like sponsored. I just really think it's a great product. When is the right age to sleep train? So this is an interesting question because the truth is not everyone has to sleep train, and not every baby has sleep problems enough that need to be fixed. So it depends on your comfort level. It also depends on what's going on at home. So personally, I started sleep habits with my son at 4 weeks old, and I started with my daughter much sooner. So what this means is I got them on a routine. I got them on a schedule where I was predicting their naps. I followed their awake times to make sure that I wasn't keeping them up too long. And I then proceeded to do actual sleep training where I got them sleeping through the night at a later time. So my son was in between 3 and 4 months, and then my daughter, I didn't sleep train her through the night until 6 months old. So it's really a personal preference, and it depends on what's going on. So if sleep is all over the place for you right now, when your child is terrible at napping, they're giving you 1 hour stretches overnight, and things are just really not good, then you can reach out now at any age. But if you're looking for your child to sleep all the way through the night, then I would recommend 6 months old. If you're just looking for some structure where you know they still need night feedings, but you want them to sleep longer stretches, then anytime after 3 months old is safe. If you're just looking to establish some routines, some schedules, you have no idea what's going on, you just need some help and guidance, then you can start anytime. So you can start at 1 week old, you can start at 7 weeks old, you can start whenever. Or if you have been struggling with sleep for a long time and you now have a 5-year-old who doesn't sleep well, it's not too late. You don't have to bed share forever. You don't have to co-sleep if you don't want to. So there's always time for change. And I've even worked with 12 and 14-year-olds who still need someone to lay with them at night, and we're able to develop a plan and a routine that gives them structure and gives them the confidence to be able to sleep through the night on their own now. So there really is no perfect age. It's depending on what your goals are for your child and for yourself, and also what your comfort level is. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks for tuning in today for Sleep Questions in My DMs. If you have a sleep question that you want answered, feel free to leave a comment below or get in my DMs on Instagram or on Facebook. Send me a question and I'll be sure to answer it. Have a great week.